story, man, like, goes like this.
My father has a lot of sides, and you hear about the fights. You don't hear about family that much and what that meant to him.
And I remember the moment I fell in love with him when he was, could make me cry.
What's your dad's name?
Muhammad Ali.
He would always tell me time is gonna fly. He could foresee things and knew how important those things would be.
It was unbelievable, the power that this man had. And the little boy said, I got leukemia. And Ollie said, I remember I told you that you are going to beat cancer and I'm going to beat George Foreman. And the little boy said, no, Muhammad, I'm going to meet God. And I'm going to tell him that I know you.
George Foreman, how you doing?
He whispered in my ear, that all you got, George? And that was about all I had.
This is a microphone, and when you get to be a big girl, I'm gonna play this back so you can hear.
I was the Concord of boxing. I was at a high altitude than the rest, moving faster than the rest, but you just have to get used to riding on jets again. You can't ride Concord.
He actually said, I don't want you to be like me, I want you to be better than me. How can you be better than the greatest, huh?
You just can't measure that in the word great. It has to be another word created.
I mean, who doesn't know who Muhammad Ali is?
People just feel the love that emanates from him, and people can feel that.
You look beautiful.
I know my mother, she looked at him and she hugged him and then she started to cry and she left the room. She said, well, I looked into his eyes and I saw God.
My father was a reader, you know, and converting to the Nation of Islam really exposed him to who he was as a man, his heritage. He loved reading, and he read Sufi books, and he also read the Bible. You know, he converted to Islam, but he loved the spiritual readings, and he loved philosophy. So, yes, he didn't graduate and go to college, but he just had an inherent wisdom, and he knew what was right. He was completely hilarious. I mean, my father could have been a stand-up comedian. I mean, the timing, the comedy timing he had, he just knew when to say things, and that's just in him. Even his brother said he was funny as a kid.
When Muhammad Ali came into Harvard that night, they thought, oh, he can't be very bright because he failed the intelligence test or whatever to get in. And they said he just blew them away. Yeah. And they still say it was the best night of their lives because he just came out. He was so charismatic. He was so articulate that they were eating out of his hand in the end.
He's just, you know, a human being. He's not a Superman like the world seems to think. He's done the best he could with his fame and the gifts that God gave him to share that and help spread the positive love and kindness and patience to the world.
There are a lot of different aspects of his life to pull from. So I hope whatever someone needs or whatever void they're having, if they could fill a little bit of that void with a part of this film, the film did a great job.
The story that I want to stand out above the whole is him. You know, not the trainer story, not the opponent's story, it's Muhammad Ali. So the fact when he says at the end, if anybody wonders why I'm making this, it's because life is so beautiful. I want his story to be the one that stands out because it's his spirit, I think, that's through the film that makes it so special.